This program will cover special use traffic controls. These devices address potentially hazardous traffic conditions that are not covered elsewhere in the traffic control series. They include hazard identification or speed beacons, lane use control signals, pedestrian signals, freeway ramp control signals, narrow bridge or tunnel signals, high occupancy vehicle facilities, changeable message signs, movable concrete barriers, and a variety of other miscellaneous devices. A beacon is one or more sections of a standard traffic signal head with a flashing yellow light in each section. The beacon is designed to warn drivers of special situations or to draw special attention to speed limits. It is used as a speed limit beacon or an intersection control beacon. This kind of intersection is one where the accident rate means there is a hazard, but the amount of traffic does not justify a conventional traffic signal. Beacons are used for hazard identification and with stop signs. Lane use control signals are overhead signals that control specific lanes. They are most commonly used for reversible lanes. A reversible lane may be a high occupancy vehicle or HOV lane on a freeway, or it may be a center lane of a major urban street. These devices are also used to warn that a lane is temporarily blocked, such as in a tunnel or a bridge, or to increase the number of lanes during peak use hours by opening up a shoulder. There are three conditions of these signals: a steady, downward green arrow on an opaque background, which means drivers may drive in the lane directly beneath the signal; a steady yellow X, which means drivers should prepare to leave the lane directly beneath the signal; a flashing yellow X, which means drivers may use the lane directly beneath for a left turn only; and a steady red X, which means drivers may not drive in the lane directly beneath the signal. The signals are located over the center of each lane. If the area controlled by these signals is large enough, there should be several signals placed at intervals. If nearby intersections have traffic control signals, the lane use signals should be far enough away so they do not confuse the driver. The viewing face of the lane use signal is formed by a matrix of fiber optic light dots rather than bulbs. The pedestrian signal is a device designed to provide specific control of pedestrians. It uses either words or symbols. It may operate automatically along with vehicle traffic signals, or when a full-time pedestrian signal is not needed, it can be activated by a push button. Push buttons are used in three ways: to activate a signal to create a gap in traffic. When no pedestrian signal is present, the buttons can extend the green light to allow more pedestrian crossing time, and buttons can extend the walk phase of a pedestrian signal. Freeway ramp control signals are standard traffic control signals installed at the entrance to freeway on-ramps. They are either 2 or 3 lens signals with red and green or red, yellow, and green lenses. During peak traffic periods, the devices help control the number of vehicles entering a freeway. By only allowing one vehicle at a time to enter the freeway, they smooth the traffic flow and improve freeway capacity. There are several conditions where ramp control can be beneficial. General congestion on the freeway. Congestion on the freeway because of temporarily reduced speeds, or predictable congestion because of temporary heavy traffic from special events, like those in a nearby stadium. Narrow bridge or tunnel signals are also standard traffic control signals. Their purpose is to control traffic through a narrow roadway section where two-way traffic would be unsafe. Two signal devices are used for each approach to the bridge or tunnel. One signal is at the left or over the left half of the roadway, and the other at the right or over the right half of the roadway. High occupancy vehicle facilities are signs and markings for preferential lanes. These lanes may be simple, such as a restricted turning lane, or they may be a separate roadway system for special vehicles. Regulatory preferential lane usage signs are black on white and contain the diamond symbol. The diamond should appear near the top of the sign. These signs can be either post-mounted or overhead. They contain information including what kind of vehicle is allowed, such as buses only, or carpool ridership minimum, and hours of enforcement. High occupancy vehicle lanes increase peak hour freeway passenger capacity. There are several kinds of HOV lanes. For example, on freeways there are left-hand through lanes, shoulder lanes, and separated reversible lanes. On urban arterials, some examples are left-hand through lanes, right-hand lanes, and bus contraflow lanes. Markings are white diamonds identifying HOV lanes. The diamonds are placed from 25 to 300 meters apart, depending on whether it is a city street or a freeway. Changeable message signs are signs that can have one or more messages displayed or deleted, depending on road and traffic conditions. As the technology improves, these signs are becoming very popular, especially for traffic diversion in congested traffic corridors. The signs can be changed manually, by remote control, or by automatic controls that can sense traffic conditions. Because of technological limitations, these signs cannot conform with traditional signs in size, shape, and color. Users should follow good signing principles for location, visibility, and legibility. Messages should be simple and brief. If there are multiple messages, allow sufficient time for each to be read. There are two basic kinds of changeable message signs: permanent and transportable. Permanent installations are used for areas where predictable conditions will require a message. These signs can be changed remotely, on-site, or automatically at a fixed time of day. Transportable signs are used more for construction or incident areas. They can have a changeable message or a fixed one. Movable concrete barriers are a series of connected barrier segments similar to what is called the Jersey barrier. They are designed to be very mobile, so an entire chain can be moved quickly as needed. Their main advantage is that they are heavy and physically separate vehicles from pedestrians, workers, and other vehicles. They may be used to control traffic in reversible flow lanes, temporary construction or maintenance areas where a lane needs to be closed, and emergency barrier replacement. There are a number of other devices that are worth brief mention. Runaway truck ramp signs inform truck drivers of all important ramps that can help them stop a runaway vehicle. These signs may have a supplemental panel telling what kind of surface the ramp has: sand, gravel, or paved. These signs are placed 1.6 and 0.8 kilometers from the ramp. At the ramp itself, there should be another sign discouraging other vehicles from entering. A series of guide signs should lead trucks to weigh stations. The standard color combination calls for white lettering on a green background. The last sign may even use remote-controlled messages. This sign should be supplemented by a series of guide signs. There are a series of civil defense signs. They should already be made and stockpiled for future possible use in the event of hurricanes, floods, or other situations requiring evacuation. They are generally 61 by 76 centimeters. The evacuation route marker is a distinctive round sign to be placed in advance of a route and at any turn in the route. An area closed sign should be used to close a road because of radiological or biological contamination. The Stop Traffic Regulation Post sign is used to stop and check traffic. The Maintain Top Safe Speed sign is designed to keep traffic moving through dangerous areas. In addition, there is a road use sign and a fallout shelter directional sign. Sometimes signs or signals are linked to sensors in the roadway. If vehicles are going too fast, they will see an immediate message, or a traffic light may change. In rural areas, there are a series of advanced crossing signs that should be used to warn drivers of cattle, deer, or farm machinery. If these dangers are seasonal, the signs should be covered or removed when not needed. The Local Traffic Only sign is used where a highway is closed to through traffic for maintenance or construction. Portable traffic control signals look permanent to drivers, but are temporarily put in place, usually at construction sites. They should normally operate no longer than 30 days. They should only be used when an engineering study so indicates. Radio information signs may be used on rural highways where weather commonly creates a hazard, or in construction areas where congestion is a problem. The sign may show up to 4 radio frequencies. Hazardous cargo signs are designed to indicate routes for vehicles with hazardous cargo or to prohibit them. They should be installed at a point where the driver can see them in time to choose an alternate route. In this program, we have covered special use traffic controls. They include the beacon, one or more sections of a standard traffic signal head with a flashing yellow light in each section. The beacon is designed to warn drivers of special situations or to draw special attention to speed limits. Lane use control signals, overhead signals that control specific lanes. They are most commonly used for reversible lanes. Reversible lanes may be a high occupancy vehicle or HOV lane on a freeway, or it may be a center lane of a major urban street. The pedestrian signal, a device designed to provide specific control of pedestrians. It uses either words or symbols. It may operate automatically along with vehicle traffic signals, or when a full-time pedestrian signal is not needed, it can be activated by a push button. Freeway ramp control signals. Standard traffic control signals installed at the entrance to freeway on-ramps. They are either 2 or 3 lens signals with red and green or red, yellow, and green lenses. Narrow bridge or tunnel signals. Also standard traffic control signals. Their purpose is to control traffic through a narrow roadway section where two-way traffic would be unsafe. High occupancy vehicle facilities. Signs and markings for preferential lanes. These lanes may be simple, such as a restricted turning lane, or they may be a separate roadway system for special vehicles. Changeable message signs. Signs that can have one or more messages displayed or deleted depending on roadway conditions. As the technology improves, these signs are becoming very popular, especially for construction sites. And finally, movable concrete barriers. A series of connected barrier segments similar to the Jersey barrier. They are designed to be very mobile, so an entire chain can be moved quickly as needed. For more information on these devices, check the manual on uniform traffic control devices or other similar documents. For more information on other IRF videotapes, call the International Road Federation at the numbers on your screen.